Boom, 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 boom. All right, welcome, guys. I just do that because it gets me pumped into state. So I really appreciate you getting in here. I really appreciate you joining. Thank you so much for being here. Do me a favor. Let me know if you can hear me okay. If the sound is okay. I'm using my mic. Nice lighting. Why? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Destiny Exotic. Thank you so much, Terra Tate the Great. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being in here. Can you guys hear me okay? Sounds good. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to put my lights on, put my mic on, put my mic on, and my lights on. Okay, so real quick, do me a favor. The reason why I want to do this is I want to get as many people in here as possible, because a lot of times what happens is people end up coming in later while I'm in the middle of my speech, and then they start asking me questions, knocking me off. So that's kind of why. It's partially another reason why I always ask people at the beginning. If you like what I'm about to share with you, if you like the title, if you have any interest in anything I'm about to say, do me a favor and share this with your friends and your followers. How many people in here are new, who have not heard me speak before, who have not seen my scopes? If you're in here, if you don't know, if you're not familiar with who I am and what I do, just put a 1 in there. Do me a favor, because I want to make sure I let you know who I am and introduce myself before I get started. This is going to be a relatively quick scope. I'm working really hard on tailoring my scopes down and not going into 30, 40, 50 minutes. That can get kind of long and gratuitous. Okay. A lot, obviously, Destiny, you know who I am. But a lot of other people, I don't recognize some of the people who are in here. Hey, how's it going? Hey, Dillion. Hey, Tammy. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Hey, hello, Sade. Kilo De. Terra Tate the Great. Thank you so much for sharing and joining. Thanks for sharing, everybody. Thanks for being here. If you don't know who I am, then it's my fault. I've made a mistake in not letting you know who I am, because my goal is to let everybody know me. Whether you love me or hate me, you're going to know me. So my name is ebongeka. I'm a certified public accountant here in the United States. In addition to that, I'm an author of the best-selling business book, Start Me Up, the No Business Plan, which is, you can find in Barnes & Noble's, Amazon. You can find them in the stores. You can find them online as well. In addition to that, I'm also the founder of Economics, where we focus on your mission, your mindset, and your money. And as Destiny Exotic just mentioned, I am the Prince of Pricing. So I work with small businesses both online and offline to set their prices, raise their prices so they can maximize their profits. So in other words, I do coaching, business strategy coaching, as well as some life and mindset piece as well, in addition to what I do. So it's a very good marriage if you're in the entrepreneurial space. Today I want to talk to you about, are you rushing? Are you rushing to get to your miracle? Are you rushing to get to your success? A lot of people are impatient, and that's partly why marketers use impatience to get you to act right away as a psychological trigger. I get it. But I want to share with you a very simple concept that I've used before in other scopes that I've talked about. The first thing is the concept of seasons. Okay? Yes, Destiny Exotic is very impatient. Hey, Upward Action, thanks for joining. Is the idea and the concept of seasons. Okay? Jim Rohn, the famous, amazing life coach and executive coach and trainer and business coach, Jim Rohn, who's since passed away for the last maybe 6-7 years ago, so eloquently said that life is like the changing seasons. Okay, that means a whole fruitful of different things. And so when it comes to changing the life is like the changing seasons. You could go back thinking about the Bible. And the Bible talks about seasons, and there are multiple ways you can look at that particular saying. Life is like the changing seasons. Now, in essence, it means a few things, but the first thing it really means that you need to understand is life has different seasons in it. So if you know that you're in the middle of winter, you know that spring is going to come soon after. You also know summer comes after spring, and then fall comes after. Summer comes after spring, and then fall comes after summer. Everything in life has its time. So you know that as a farmer, historically speaking, the way this principle is being used is, historically speaking, in the spring is when you plant your seeds. And you water them, you nurture them, you prepare exactly. If you're a business, you prepare. If you're trying to get a new job, there's preparation. You're creating your plan, you're creating what you want to do and how you want to do it. And then at some point in time, later on, your fall comes. Fall is harvest time. Fall is the time where you collect your feed, you collect your wheat, you collect everything you want to. Hey, what's going on, Adrian? You collect all the things that you've worked so hard 2 seasons ago to get ready and get going so that you can enjoy your harvest at some point. Now, the contrary, the corollary to that is important. As we're rushing towards our success, we're forgetting that there's seasons in between when we first have our seed, we planted our seed. Now, I want to challenge you. You start thinking, oh, thank you so much, Eric. I want to challenge you that when you're thinking about the spring, right? When you have a new idea that's hatched, when you have an idea for a business, when you have something you want to do, something you want to get involved with, something you want to change, some life change you want to have, you got to understand that is your spring, right? If you know that's your spring, you cannot skip steps. Exactly, Tammy. You cannot skip steps. There's part of that is I'm going to give you a principle as to how to be able to deal and weather the seasons as things are happening. Right? It's a very simple principle that I use in economics. I use a lot with my coaching clients to get them to a place of patience where they can be patient about the progress and the process that they're going through at that particular point in time. So whatever idea you come up with, that is your spring. When you have an idea for a business, you have an idea for a new invention, you have an idea for something different, a new relationship, that is your spring. That's excitement, right? The weather is wonderful. You're planting your seeds, your family's helping you, you're planting everything, you're nurturing, you're watering. And then the summer comes. But you have to understand that part of what you're doing after spring is you're nurturing your plant. You're nurturing your garden. The grass is only greener where you water it. So a lot of people say the grass is green on the other side. It's not. The grass is greener where you actually water it and nurture it and put the time in and the effort, right? At some point in time, when it's harvest time, when fall comes, that's when you got to pull out all the plants. You got to pull out all the harvest. You got to cut down the wheat. You got to collect. Now, if you don't plant seeds in the spring, you have to learn how to beg in the fall. That makes sense? So years ago, before there was a different kind of economy, if you did not plant your seeds, come up with your ideas and come up with what you're thinking about, you would have to beg in the fall or learn how to beg in the fall because you wouldn't have put in the time to get what you want. So there's so many of you, and myself included, who are rushing towards success. You want to get on social media and blow up. You want to get on television and blow up. You're wondering how these people are getting thousands of thousands, 100,000s, and millions of followers. You're like, how come I can't get that tomorrow, right? Exactly, Tammy. If you don't sow, you don't reap. Hey, Carrie, what's going on? Check out Carrie. Carrie's awesome. She's the director of social media for eHarmony. eHarmony.com. It has all these compatibility tests. It's a dating site, and then they use all these different metrics and Neil Clark Warren, all that stuff. So Carrie's phenomenal. She's always on Periscope. So I appreciate you joining mine. Yes, thank you so much. You speak very quickly. Sorry. Calm. Io parlo italiano poco. Poquito. No, that's Italian. That's Spanish. A little bit. I understand a little bit. So the point is this. The point that I'm trying to make is this. What you plant in the spring allows you to harvest in the fall. If you don't plant in the spring, you will not sow. If you don't sow, you will not reap. Right? And so the whole thing to understand is if you're trying to rush to your progress, rush to your success, rush to your miracle, whatever it is, you have to understand that there's steps in between. As you know, not to quote a rapper, but Meek Mill says there's levels to this. Everything in life has levels and stages, but too many people forget that. So you automatically want to blow up. You haven't put in the work. You want to pass that exam. You haven't put in the work. You want to get that business off the ground. You haven't put in the work. You haven't learned what you need to learn, right? Yes. Thank you so much. Money can be lost quickly as it exactly. That's a very good point, Blake. Thanks so much, Carrie, for that. And so I want to implore you, and I want to challenge you. If you're trying to rush to your success or rush to the finish line, you got to understand sometimes you're going to run into summers. There's going to be situations where you plan in the spring and you got to go through a winter in order to get back to the same spring, in order to get what you really wanted. Does that make sense to you? So you also have to know when winter time comes, that is a difficult time in your life that people struggle with. People are saying, nothing ever works for me. They're sad, they're crying, they're upset. But you also understand that because life is like the changing seasons, spring's going to come to you at some point in time. Does that make sense to you? Everything in life is temporary. Life is like the changing seasons means each season will come, and each season is temporary. But you also have an opportunity and responsibility to take action through each particular season. So, thank you so much. Hey, Citizen Crane, thank you, Hector, for joining me. I really appreciate you guys for joining me. Here's a little technique that I do when I want to fight the idea of impatience. Because again, impatience will kill you. You know why impatience will kill you? Thank you so much, Hector. I appreciate that. You know why impatience will kill you? because it will force you to make decisions that you know aren't in your best interest. So people will try and take opportunities that don't really work out for you, mainly because you're impatient. You want your success and your miracle to come today, but you haven't put in the work. It's like somebody who hasn't played basketball their whole lives. They turn 21 and they're trying to play in the NBA. It doesn't work that way. There may be exceptions, but exceptions means it is an outlier, right? So you're not the outlier. Focus on something that you can control and what you can do. Same thing goes for anything else. You just learned social media yesterday and you're trying to blow up and have 1 million people following you. That's not how it works. So you have to understand you got to put in the work. You got to plant in the spring, enjoy the summer as you're nurturing your plant and your ideas in your garden, and then harvest in the fall. Now, the length of the season comes a variety of ways for different people. Some people are faster than others. You can't compare yourself to the journey, to the race of somebody else. Because, again, everybody's race is individual. You cannot run as fast as you possibly can if you're worried about what's happening to the sides of you, right? Your windshield in your car is big for a reason. Your rear view mirror is smaller for a reason. The side windows are small for a reason. Your side mirrors are small for a reason, because your focus is supposed to be up front. Your focus is supposed to be on the road ahead of you. Your focus is supposed to be not running over pedestrians, right? Avoiding the pitfalls and the obstacles. So many people are too busy looking to the sides, looking in the back, and not concerned with the big ass windshield they have in front of them. So as a result of that, they fall into potholes, and then they say, "Oh, this season's my life sucks." No. What you need to do is focus on where your direction is, what your journey is, what you're supposed to be focusing on. So let me give you one tip, one pointer before I leave. And this is the one thing I do when I'm embarking on a new idea. I have a seed that I want to plant, and I'm trying to grow something in life. A lot of you have ideas and dreams that you're trying to chase, right? It's okay. That's what gives you purpose, right? Because without dreams and visions, people perish. It doesn't matter who you are. I don't care where you live. I don't care what language you speak. If you do not have a goal that's bigger than where you are today, you'll have a sense of helplessness in your life as you sit. So what gives people happiness and the idea that something's bigger than where they are is that they have a dream and a vision for themselves in the future. So this is basically what I deal with. This is how I deal with that. I'm only in competition with yesterday. I'm only in competition with yesterday's me. Other folks don't distract. Exactly. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks so much. I am Dominique. And so this is basically what I do. Yeah, exactly. Run your race. So this is exactly how I do. So whatever idea that I want, I'm interested in taking on, any endeavor, anything I'm looking for to do, I try to find somebody who's done it before. Or I try to find resources of people who have done that before. So that could be a book. That could be a YouTube video. It could be a Periscope if you find somebody online. It could be a coach. It could be a workbook. It could be, there's a whole plethora of things out there. Everything you want to do in your life, you got to hear me clearly. You got to get this clearly. You got to process what I'm about to say to you. Everything you want to do in your life, every single thing you want to do in your life has been done by somebody else. There's very little uniqueness to what we do going forward, right? Like, you know, my man DeLeon here is a sneaker designer, right? There's other people who've done that. Some of you are coaches. There are other people who've done that. Some of you are artists. There are other people who've done that. Whatever it is that you want to do, now you can have your own uniqueness to this. You could bring your own purpose to it, right? I'm not saying you're the same, but the journey tends to be the same, more likely than not. And what happens is when you follow the journey of somebody else, it gives you a sense of calm. Here's an example. I don't know where you guys live. A unique selling position. Yes, I think that's what you mean, Carrie. And so for me, it's like this. I live in the Washington, D.C. area, right outside D.C. Baltimore is about 45 minutes away. I know how to get to Baltimore because I've driven it a whole host of times. But if I just moved here yesterday, there's two things I could do. The first thing I can do is get out my smartphone. I don't have an iPhone, but I have Samsung. I can pull out my smartphone, put Google Maps, or I can put Waze, and follow that and have them take me directly there, the quickest way, right? With the help of my phone. Or I can just drive in that general direction and follow the signs, right? Ask people along the road, pull over every 10 minutes and ask somebody, how do I get to Baltimore? And they give me another direction. Someone say, go this way, go that way. At the end of the day, we're both going to get to Baltimore. But you got to understand, Waze and Google Maps gave me the fastest route to get there. Other people will give you other things, right? The street signs will give you other ways. Again, the street signs and the people have their own ideas and their own agenda, right? And it's not from a bad perspective. It's just they don't know what your grind level is. They don't know what your effort is. They don't know how serious you are about getting to Baltimore. So the key is finding somebody, something, some resource that can cut out the learning curve, makes it a lot easier for you to get to Baltimore. And you don't have to drive literally in circles trying to find signposts and trying to find benchmarks. Does that make sense? I also know that by taking certain roads, I know that there's certain benchmarks along the way. And because I know there are benchmarks along the way, it gives me comfort to know that I'm on the right path. And so understanding the way the path is that somebody else has done, you'll be able to understand the pitfalls that may come your way. You'll be able to understand what to expect as you go through that process. And so many people, they struggle because they're trying to be Columbus. I don't want to be Columbus, Christopher Columbus. I don't want to be Americo Vespucci, right? The first people to find North America, South America. I'm not trying to be that guy. I want to be the guy that goes after them, that gives me the map. Why? Because those two guys risked their lives. They literally almost died. And why do I want to be the first? I want to find somebody who's already spent the energy and the time and the money and find out exactly what they did and then shortcut the learning curve. But when I do that, I have a better understanding and a level of comfort that what I'm doing is right. You can get there faster, you can get there quicker, you can get there better, you can get there intact, right? So whatever it is that you want to do in your life, I want you to do me a huge favor. If you're rushing to get to your success, you're rushing to get to your dream, you're rushing to get to your goals, whatever it is, the first thing you got to do is run your race. Don't worry about the side mirrors. Don't worry about the rear view mirror. Don't worry about the people running alongside of you. Forget all that. They have nothing to do with your journey, right? Too many of us would rather get even to get ahead. And so we focus on what people are saying to us. How, this person talked to me this way. My family disagrees. You got to get rid of all the energy sucks and run your race. You can run fast when you're running with your face to the side. I've never seen Usain Bolt run a 9-second 100 meter like this. Never. His face is forward and he's running as fast and hard as hell as he can. Understand what I'm saying? The second thing is find somebody. Stay in your own lane, and then find somebody who's currently doing what you want to do and learn exactly how they're doing it or how they did it. Because again, there's no you don't have to feel ashamed. There's nothing wrong with learning from people who've succeeded in life. That's exactly what a lot of the successful people do. People I spend time with, millionaires, billionaires, people who are worth hundreds of millions, people who have bought businesses and sold them. It's the same thing. Success leaves clues. There's no tricks. There's no secrets, right? We use secrets and we use the idea of secrets in marketing, but there's really no secrets. It's the same thing. They got mentors too. Millionaires got mentors. Millionaires, someone who makes $1 million a year has someone who makes 10 million, 50 million a year. Someone who makes 50 million a year has another person who makes 100 million a year. The friend who has 100 million a year has someone who makes half a billion to $1 billion. Someone who makes $1 billion has, Warren Buffett, calls Warren Buffett on speed dial. Understand what I'm saying? So again, you got to get your circle up. You got to get your circle of concerns so focused and get the people in your circle so at a different level that you can learn from them. And then you will have the ability to provide to others who are trying to come up your same path, right? So that's all I want to share with you guys. Again, real quickly, run your race, stay in your lane. If you're trying to get to your success. Second thing is you got to find out how people are doing it. Don't waste your time. Where can I find some billionaire friends? Tell me about it. Partly is if you start doing what you're supposed to be doing, you start meeting people who will you be attracted. You don't understand. The last 2-3 years of my life, I've met such amazing people. Not because I'm some special dude. The people who are successful aren't some special dude. You see what I'm saying? They're not this special people that's reserved for them or like they've been blessed. Yes, blessings. Everybody's been blessed. A lot of people have been blessed. The difference is, yes, thank you, Carrie. Birds of a feather. Jim Rohn says you are the average of your 5 closest friends. And so if you don't like where you are, revisit who you're with. If you don't like where you are, look in the mirror. Look who you are. Who do I want to be? And it's not that you seek people who are higher in status or whatever. You just continue on your race. And what ends up happening is you start attracting these people to your circle. That's exactly how it happened for me. That's exactly how it happens for so many people. Iron sharpens iron. Exactly. Amen, DeLeon. And so the other thing I want to make clear to you that thank you so much. I appreciate the hearts. This is awesome. Hey Becky, thank you for being here. Marsha Barnes, you're awesome. Thank you so much. And iron sharpens iron is amazing. It's amazing, biblical principle. I love it. You hang around who you want to be. That's basically it. And you start learning from them. You start talking like them. You start behaving like them. You're not pissed off about certain things. There's good things in. Oh, thank you so much, Becky. There's goodness in groups and also horrible stuff in groups. When mobs happen, again, a mob is negative. There's also the opposite of that, which is positive, which is like people protesting, people coming to help, people coming to aid people. There's a lot of action in groups. The difference is what group do you want to spend time with, and that's what you got to look at. You deserve to live the life you want. You deserve to be a millionaire. You deserve to take trips. You deserve to get what you want in your life. There's no reason why you can't. But if we just take the steps, the time to find out what we want in our lives, we have a better opportunity, a better chance to achieve what we want. So, like I said, lastly, thank you so much, Eva, for sharing this. Is that you on the book? Is that yes? Next, yes. This is my book. Thank you so much for watching. This is my book, Becky. It's called Start Me Up, the No Business Plan, Business Plan. This book, basically, if you have an idea for a business and you want to get started without a business plan, you literally you follow this book. I mean, everybody who's read this book has given me such great feedback from it. It's an Amazon bestseller. You can find it at Barnes and Nobles. You can also buy it from me directly. If you buy it from me, I literally will sign it for you and give you a personalized note, and I'll ship it to you. You just go to startmeupbook.com. That's startmeupbook.com. If you want to learn more about my coaching and what I do and how I help people, both business and personal, and that together to get your business off to another level, you can just find out more about me on economics.com, EKANOMICS.com, and then you can contact me there. You get the book, startmeupbook.com. I literally, the minute I get the order, I bought books myself, so I can do that. So I'll sign it for you, directly send it to you. What's my other point? That's basically it. Yes, thank you so much, Lo. I appreciate you. And thank you so much, Destiny, for sharing those two links. Guys, screenshot it. That's the website right here. Screenshot it if you can. Economics.com to learn more about the coaching and what I do for small businesses to help them. And then the other one is startmeupbook.com. Yeah, thanks so much, guys. And I spend a lot of time. I write for the Huffington Post. I also write for Office Depot. In addition to that, I do a lot of television to talk about small business and the economy and how to empower people, because we're being told these stories. We're being told these stories about go get a job and work, and then one day you get fired. How many people have been laid off this year? Lots of people. So super talented. Thank you so much, Becky. I appreciate that. I work really hard to become the person I am so I can share my message. Like I always say, in life, right? Your gifts and your purpose is where your gifts and your goals intersect. So wherever your gifts and your goals are, wherever the intersection of that is your purpose. And if you have a responsibility to find what that is in your life, so that you can bring joy to the world and joy to people in your community and where you are. And if you do those things, money comes. Money will flow itself to you. I guarantee you that. And it's not like get rich quick or anything like that. But if you do what your gifts are, right, to the fullest of your potential, and your goals are aligned, you're unstoppable. For real, unstoppable. So, thank you so much, guys. Thanks for being here. Do you help people? Yes, I do. I help people find their purpose. That's part of, yes, Becky, so reach out to me. Go to economics.com, and you can click on the application. There's a button there for application. Click on that. You can fill out the form. It's like only a couple questions about what you're looking for, what you're looking to do, and then we'll do what I do next is a discovery call, 15-minute discovery call, and then we talk about your goals and dreams. And yeah, and also, Lo, thank you so much. That's the email. You can reach out to me via email there too, info@ebongeka.com, and I help people find their purpose. That's part of it. So part of what I do is individual stuff, and there's also a business side to it, because if your money's not right, you're not going to make the best decisions you possibly can because you're worried every single time. Thank you, Dillion. Your hubby, awesome. I'll talk to him. Reach out to me. We can talk. If he's looking for his purpose, we can figure out what his goals are. I use these simple things to do to help you find your goals, find your gifts, and to kind of align them together to see how we can come up with potential things. So I do that as well. Hello, EJ Luna Official. EJ Luna Official. So I got excited. Sorry. Thank you so much, Becky. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I am always humbled and excited for the hearts, for the sharing, for the love, for the feedback, for people buying my book, for people contacting me about coaching. I don't come here to sell you. I just come here to give you, information. I don't tell you about my life to impress you. I want to impress upon you, the importance of living the life you can. I mean, look, people are dying every single day, right? And so as a result, it's because you're amazing. Thank you so much, Lo. Love you. And thank you so much, Destiny. And you know what? Thanks. Hey, Adam, you're my man. Thank you so much, Adam. I appreciate it. So yes. Thank you so much, Dominique. Dr. Will is awesome. I'm so fortunate I found him. We connected. I did a blab with him. He's an awesome dude, and he's doing a lot of great things in Arizona. So hopefully I'll do more stuff with him and do more blabs with him. We talked about maybe doing a weekly blab together, and maybe we can, at some point in time, we'll get to that point. My goal is to inspire you, right, and to motivate you. Yes, Lo is. Thank you, Tammy. Lo's an amazing partner. She's a ride or die. She's made me become a better man, and so I appreciate everything. I appreciate the feedback for her as well. I'm pursuing a career in music and music education, leaving my 9 to 5. EJ Luna, that's awesome. Reach out to me, man, if you have any questions, man. I'll answer your question. I won't even charge you. We can talk. Just reach out to me. And if you want to go further, obviously we do an arrangement. But EJ Luna Official, you can go to, making me blush over here. EJ Luna Official, you can go to info@ebongeka.com. That's my email address. It's info@ebongeka.com. EBONGEKA.com. Info@ebongeka.com. Reach out to me if you got any questions. Thank you so much, Lo. That's it right there. Reach out to me if you got questions. I answer questions for everybody. You email me, I answer your question. Everybody, there are people on here who know that. You got a question, I answer it. And then if you want to go further, then that's the difference. Then we'll talk about that as well. If you want to learn more about my coaching and what I do for individuals as well as businesses, you go to economics.com. Thank you so much, Lo, for sharing that. You guys are awesome. You guys have made my life better. You've humbled me. I'm at a point where I'm so humbled. I have so much humility. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I literally answer all my emails. I have an assistant, but I answer all my emails. Tara Tate the Great. I want to tell you a story about Tara. Tara's awesome. I first heard about Tara, I think on a scope or something like that, and she had a. I love your story. That's why I keep sharing it. She had a horrific accident. I'm humbled to know you too. She had a horrific accident. She had a brain injury, and she's come back to the point where, for a while, I first met her. She just had her injury. I saw an Instagram post, her going to the hospital, and then I didn't hear from her for months. And then now she's back. She's working on herself, getting better. Yeah, she was run over. Oh, damn. Yeah, she was run over by a truck. A severe brain injury, and most people who get run over by trucks die. She fought and came back, and there's a reason for her to come back. So it's an amazing story of perseverance. It's an amazing story of coming back from tragedy and setback. And if you're complaining about your 9 to 5, if you're complaining about your job, you're complaining about somebody being mean to you, look what Tara Tate the Great had to come back from. Tara Tate got run over by a truck, and there are people who are complaining and whining. Kevin Madison's also on the scope. Take a look at Kevin Madison. I call him my money mentor. Kevin Madison's the man. He has a lot of amazing scopes that it gets your heart, gets your brain going, melts your brain, gets you thinking more about your life and how you bring value to this world. Geraldo NWO. Not Geraldo. Gerald NWO. Coming to learn from. Kevin. He's very humble, man. Posting mindset help me. Oh, that's awesome. I appreciate it. That's amazing to hear that, Tara. And so her story is amazing. When you're looking back, I have a friend right now who's in the hospital. I kind of know him. I don't know him well, but I used to play basketball with him. And he used to work for the Obama campaign, and he's battling leukemia. He had a stem cell transplant about a month ago that the body rejected, and so now they don't know what to do. His immune system is shot. He's sitting now in hospice care in Houston. You can Google this. It's in the LA Times, Washington Post, and he's in trouble, right? And he may die. And so when you're looking at things that are bothering you, somebody was mean to you, someone cut you off in traffic. I had a bad day. Reframe. Think about the people who wish they had your life at this particular point in time, and try and find some perspective so you can come back to where you have and look at your gifts. When I want to get depressed and annoyed, this is what I do. I drive by a cemetery. I drive by Arlington National Cemetery. Those people who fought and lost their lives would love to have another day to go say hi to their family and to make a difference in the world. And I'm here complaining about some ridiculous bitch shit. I tell myself that. Don't be a bitch. Shut up. Just chill. Just figure out what you want to do and bring value to the lives of people. So, again, I appreciate what you guys are doing. I work in oncology. Very hard. Oh, that's awesome. I know a lot of people who had to fight cancer. So, yes, I'm very familiar with that. Sounds very familiar, similar to Alex Carlin. 1% chance of living. She healed. Exactly. Through positive thinking. That's exactly. I believe in that. Your brain has to, again, part of the dreams and visions. You got dreams and visions in your life. Your brain will have a reason to live. Do you think Periscope can make a difference in perusing a career? Of course. Hey, EJ Luna, I'm gonna tell you a quick story. Thank you so much. I was supposed to go. This is the problem with Periscope. I get excited. You guys start talking. I get excited. I start talking. Here's a quick story. I met a guy named Tyler Barham. I interviewed him last Wednesday, on Blab. I think you can find the replay if you go to Blab. My username, ebongeka, EBONGEKA. So what happened with Tyler? I ended up meeting him through another Blab. Tyler Barham moved to Nashville from Montana 2 years ago to take up to be a country music star, a country musician. Right now, he's currently in Nash Next Country, which is an online thing. In addition to that, He does these nightly periscopes. Yes. Oh yeah, Marshall, you saw it, Marshall Barnes. So he does these nightly periscopes, and so he sings his own original songs plus some Luke Bryan stuff. And then the CEO of T-Mobile got on one of his periscopes, invited everybody because this guy has like tens of thousands of followers on Periscope. John Legere invited a bunch of people. CEO of T-Mobile, hundreds of people came to his scope. He really likes Tyler. He wants to help him out. He wants to help him get signed to a record contract. All these different things. But again, the deeper purpose is this: Periscope can help you while you're trying to find your career. That's a short answer to your story, to your question. Periscope can help you with your career by sharing your gifts. Somebody you never know, but if you're not ready, when your opportunity comes, you will never be ready. I just interviewed Tyler last week about this. It was about an hour long. It went pretty well. And there are a lot of people. If you don't stay ready, you won't have to get ready. So if you stay ready, you won't have to get ready, right? If Tyler was not playing every single day, perfecting his craft, writing his own songs, singing other people's songs, and singing them almost better than they did, the CEO of T-Mobile would not have come on the scope and said, "Let me help you get a contract. Let me help you get a record deal." Understand what I'm saying? So there are so many times when I've gotten opportunities because I was ready. When I got a book deal. Just a traditional book deal. I didn't self-publish this. I got a traditional book deal. What do you understand? I was. Oh, you're welcome, EJ Luna. I literally was writing for 2 years. I was writing proposals, 30,000 word, 20,000 word proposals for literary agents and for publishers. One publisher eventually, after 2 years, said, "Yes, we want to do a book with you." And then a couple weeks before I was supposed to give him a book proposal, they changed their mind. And then my literary agent ended up finding another publisher, and they said, "We need you to write this proposal in about a week or so, a week and a half." I wrote a 40,000 word proposal in about a week and a half. And then they said, the good news is you have a book deal. The bad news is you have to write this book. I had to write this book. 225 pages, 230 pages. 220 pages of the book. I had to write this book. In 3 months. 3 months. Yes, EJ Luna, Tyler Barham is on Periscope. He usually goes on Periscope around this time, so I'm going to cut this short anyways. So I had to write that book in 3 months. 3 freaking months. At this desk table that I'm sitting at right now, I sit at this table every single day for 3, 4, 5 hours a day after coming home from work, coming home from clients, and traveling. And I had to write a 65,000 word manuscript. Me, by myself. And it had to make sense, right? How long does it normally take to write a book? It takes as long as you want. Hey Kevin, I was in beast mode. They told me, "Hey Bon, we're gonna pay you thousands and thousands of dollars to write this book." I said, "Bet, cool." And they said, "Okay, you gotta write it in 3 months." I said, "Damn." But you know what? I spent 2 years trying to get a book deal. I'm not gonna let 3 months. I'm not gonna let 3 months derail me. I'm not gonna come this far for me to quit. I'm not gonna come this far for me to give up. Why? So I said, if I know that they're like they want, I told them, I go, if you want me to write the book in 2 weeks, I'll do whatever I can. I'll do whatever it takes. I did whatever it takes to get to this point, right? And the day that I became a bestseller, I started crying. The day that I saw this in the bookstores, I cried. I saw this. I was in New York. I went to New York to do an interview. This happened a couple months ago. I walked into Barnes and Nobles. This was sitting on the shelf. Lowe went to a Barnes and Nobles. It's on the shelf. There's a Barnes and Nobles around the corner from where I live. It's on the shelf, right? The minute I saw that, I cried because that was a culmination of 2 years of hard work and getting hundreds of no's. Being told, "No, you will not work. It will not work. Forget it." So for me, I did whatever it takes because, again, the minute I believed that it was possible, that's when my miracles started to happen. That's when everything else. That's when the book started to happen. I saw this so clearly. I started hanging out with people who were writing as well. Any advice on writing a book? Yes, pretty thickness. Here's real simple advice to write a book is this. What you should do is you should research. Well, it depends what kind of book. So if you're writing fiction, there's one way to write fiction. If you're writing a nonfiction, if you're writing a how-to book, that's what I wrote, was a how-to book. So for me, I outlined the book. And that's part of what I call small chunking. That's kind of what I do when I teach my clients about achieving dreams and goals, is creating something called small chunking. So this is a little tip that I normally charge for. So a little tip. So what you do, you literally create chapters in your book already. Just line it out, right? Team gets shit done. That's right, DeLeon. You do basically chapters. And so for you give yourself a week or two to write a chapter, another week or two to write a chapter, depending on how long the book is. You want the book to flow. So you want the book to be when somebody picks up your book, there's something they can accomplish. It's not just filling paper. Like you want, I'm able to tell somebody, if you want to start a business, get this book. You'll start the business in no time. So I have somebody great. Yes, that's it. Yes, that's it. EJ Luna. That's my email address. I had a friend who helped me do the TEDx talk, who was responsible for me doing a TEDx talk about a year and a half ago. She got a copy of my book. She'd been wanting to write a business plan for 2 years. She got a copy of my book and wrote her business plan in about 2 weeks. From 2 years to 2 weeks, because I cut out all the nonsense and whittle it down for you in English and in language that you can understand to make you get it. You just fired me up tonight. I was lagging. Oh, that's awesome, Adam. Adam, you're my man, man. You inspire me, man. When I see you on Twitter and Blab and you're like talking to everybody, I'm really motivated. I'm motivated by you too. And so my goal is to bring motivation and inspiration. Motivation is a spark. I want you to get excited, so excited that you want to accomplish your dreams, that you want to accomplish your goals, you want to get what you want in life. And then I want to provide the inspiration, which is the action behind it, so that you keeps your fire burning. Because I get excited too, and then tomorrow or Thursday, I'm back to where I was. So I want to get the inspiration for you, so that you're doing measurable things to get you continue to be happy. So, anyways, thank you so much for being here. You guys have been phenomenal, right? If you want to hit me up, if you want to get a signed copy of this book by me, you can go to startmeupbook.com. If you want to learn more about getting your goals and your dreams, anything else, like thanks so much, Destiny, you go to economics.com. You can go there and find your dreams and your goals for your business and for your life. We have programs that we can work with you to help you get there. Oh, thanks so much, man. Thanks so much, Dillion. Thank you so much, Tara Tate the Great. You are an inspiration. Every time I see you on my scope, I get excited because, again, you came back from so much. And when I want to complain and bitch about my coffee being cold or some other stuff, I'm like, you came back from getting run over by a truck. I'm complaining about somebody talking crazy to me. I'm complaining about somebody being mean to me. What? It doesn't matter. So, again, exactly. Thank you so much, Des. Yes, she is very inspiring. Thanks so much, Adam. You're awesome. Life with no complaints. I'm happy to be here. When I wake up, I'm happy to be here. You know, me and Lo this morning we did some amazing meditation. Right, that's one of the great things in the world you can do to ease your mind when anxiety sets in. I'm gonna do another scope about that a little bit, probably maybe tomorrow, about the importance of meditation and getting your brain right. So I'm not gonna go into that. I'm back. Carrie, multitasking. I don't know what that means. I also think multitasking is a bunch of BS. But that'll be for another scope, for your life and for your business. But I'll do it later, right? It's always a pleasure to have you on my scopes, Carrie, because you're awesome. Abong's Child, let's go get it. Yes, let's go get it, peeps. Marsha, we're gonna see you in a week at FinCon Expo in Charlotte. So we'll see you in a week. And my turmeric shots, this is awesome. Yes, Destiny. Meditation is the key. It's huge. Get your brain right. I see you, Carrie. FinCon. Adam. Let's take action. Let's take it today. One thing today, I've been, again, you have somebody in your life that keeps you accountable. Lo kept me accountable. Again, I don't like to get personal about my life, but I'm gonna share this. I've been in the middle of certification, so I coach right now, and I've been coaching for a while. But now I'm in the process of getting certification, become a professional coach. Okay, a certified coach, and I'm in the middle of the certification process, and I'm like doing other things. I know I should be focused on this, and Lowe's like, you need to focus on, what you need to focus on, your dreams and your goals, and that's finishing the certification. So, hey, Mark. So, yes, sometimes you need someone to keep you accountable, to remind you what your dreams and goals are, because you get too comfortable, you tend to forget what's important to you and what's happening to you in your life. All right. Thank you so much. My name is Ebongeka. I'm a CPA, certified public accountant. I'm the author of the best-selling business book, Start Me Up, the No Business Plan. I'm also the founder of Economics, where you focus on your mission, your mindset, and your money, and the importance of those three things being congruent to live a prosperous and fruitful life. In addition to that, I am the Prince of Pricing, where I work with small businesses both online and offline to set their prices, raise their prices so they can maximize their profits in the process. Boom. So FinCon Expo is a financial conference. It's a very large financial conference. It's going to be this year in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you, Justin Brown Fit. I should be lifting right now. I got whatever. I need to tone up. Yes, I bought fresh turmeric. Awesome, Tammy. You're gonna love the turmeric. If you have any phlegm or mucus or congestion, it knocks it out the next day, for real. Yes, I'm about to drop the mic. All right, I got to get out of here. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being part of the tribe and helping me out and being part of being part of economics. You guys